What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So been working like crazy trying to get a bunch of money together, just trying to stack up some money. Not sure what exactly I'm going to be doing, but today what we're going to do is finally getting rid of all this messy rat's nest here. The R34 does have a huge fuse box and it literally takes up all this space here. So what I was thinking about doing was pretty much retouching and splicing a lot of these wires and probably relocating. I already went ahead, took the bottom section off of the fuse box as well as the top one and split it in half already. So what I'm thinking about doing is eliminating a bunch of wires that we don't use. Obviously stuff like this is ABS and some automatic stuff, but we're not using any of that. But we can go ahead, since I sliced this into two pieces already, I think I'm gonna try and relocate all this. And looking at my buddy Sylvia, even though it is a little bit different, so we have all this space under here. I'm thinking about just using like these factory holes, probably clean all this up, and just pretty much bolting it to here underneath, since this is all empty space here. And then we can still use the bottom section of the fuse box. That way no water gets in. It'll protect all these wires underneath here. And then probably for this piece, I might hide it up against here. And then for all my positive terminal stuff, I got a new one. That's like 11 bucks that you can get on Amazon, and probably just keep that right here and just run. I think I have like 4 or 5 wires coming through there, and then we'll just pretty much dress all this up with something like this, and it should be a little bit cleaner for sure, hopefully. Just gonna go ahead and start rerouting everything. All right, so main section, this we were able to feed it underneath. So now I can go ahead, I'm gonna have to cut off the zip tie there. That way I can go and bring this whole section right up under here, and then I'll just go ahead and bolt it there. But this is actually gonna have to probably stay in here. I think what I'm gonna want to do is, since the power wire actually has to go to the alternator there, and then I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 power cables there. I'm probably just gonna bring this a little bit over. Got some wire sleeves here. That'll just change and get rid of all that red and the green there, and then probably just bolt this on the side. Still a little bit OEM. Probably make like a little cover or something there. But as for now, I'm just gonna have to redo this and put the new power block on. All right guys, so I finally figured out a good way to run all of this. For this, we're gonna hide all this. So what I was able to do, and what I'm gonna keep on doing, is just drill 2 holes here. Thankfully on the chassis we have like preset like tap little dimples there. So just gonna run that through, and then that way we can go ahead, this main power cable and for the alternator, those are the 2 main ones that I'm worried about. And what we'll be able to do here is drill through here. We're gonna make this one bigger. This one's already all set. So this alternator cable will be able to run through there, make this hole a little bit bigger to run this main power cable. This will go through, and then with the new box that I have here, we'll be able to just mount it up right underneath. All these wires will be run through and under, and then it'll come right here. So this is the main part that you will see. Unfortunately, this is gonna have to be the way that I'll have to run it. Or actually, you know what, since everything's gonna be run underneath, I think I could just fit this through and then mount this with this right underneath, and that'll be covered with the OEM plastic as well, so we'll be all good there. Go ahead, disconnect this. We're gonna run this through here, and we should be good there. This power box has definitely seen better days, looking compared to the new one. Nice, fresh, and I messed up because, I didn't run the little plastic covers, so a lot of water or oxidation was getting in here. So now we could just toss that on the corner. This will now be getting mounted up under here just like that. Then I'll go ahead and be able to run all these wires right through. This is the main one that's gonna run through there. And then this one is for the alternator, like I said. This will run straight in through there. I should get a step drill built though. That'll make it so much easier. And then we can go ahead, let me clean this up right now actually. So these two wires here, just go, I think even like Advance or AutoZone has this. Just cut to length and then feed that through. That way you don't see bright red in a black engine bay. So now it's still a little bit loose, but this is pretty much just like a Chinese finger trap. I think that's what it is. So what you do here is, I don't know how to show you guys, but literally you just squeeze and pull apart on opposite ends and it becomes super tight, and that way it won't move anymore. So now I go ahead and feed this through. I have another hole right here. I can feed these three, well, except for this is my water temp gauge, so I can't do that, but I can feed the other two. All right, now that all this is cleaned up, ooh, I should take a rag and clean all that, but just want to show you guys real quick. I love these little clips here. Kendrick got me on this. So all we're gonna do now, these are the main three wires that's gonna power up everything. Just gonna have this there, screw that on, and boom, everything will be done. This will be ran through there. This one's gonna be out. Not gonna need that one. And then the other two, like I said, the only one that's gonna be exposed is this water temp signal wire here. It's gonna be nice, bright and green, but I mean, it's not gonna be too, I think it literally runs here. And I'll be able to run it under the turbo, so that shouldn't be too bad. Way better now though, I don't have no more fuse box, so that's a plus. Now that all of this is done here, only thing I'm gonna pretty much just leave it just like this up until I actually get the motor back in. That way we can go ahead and fix the length of the actual wire. Like I said, the only thing that are actually coming off is the signal here for the water temp gauge, and then for the alternator is pretty much, it's gonna have to look like this, which kind of sucks, but I mean, the turbo and everything should be in the way, so you wouldn't even see that. Other than that, this is the difference, and it's a huge difference. So next up was, I have the first section of the fuse box here. It does split in half, so you could take them apart pretty much. And then I just had the skinnier one, which uses two, I believe it's 2, 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 wires here. I don't think you guys can see, but I don't know if you guys care, but 3 that are gonna go into the distribution block here for the power block. That's gonna go underneath here. And then you can see 1, 2, that's gonna go up in here. But then I use the OEM factory holes as 2 holes here. So I just bolted it up there. Now, for the second section of this fuse box, nothing's coming off of here, so I don't have to worry about that. Only thing I'm gonna have to worry about is covering this up with, I might have to trim this, just because I took out the whole first section here. Probably just cut this right there. This will clip onto the back section of this. And then what I want to do is just extend this all the way up and under, just like so. The bumper will be able to clear, and the whole wire harness is up and over. That way it's not rubbing on the tires. And I think that's pretty much it. Whew. All right, guys, I am sweating, but you guys want to see some magic? Look at this. Blah! All nice and complete finally. So I was able to tuck everything. This is all nice. So the first fuse box, the skinnier one I'll go by, is right here. So this fits nice and flush. One of the OEM holes here, so that's all good there. And then the second one, so I actually have to wait to mount this. So for now I just have this zip tied because the bumper is gonna go over this, and I gotta see how much space I actually need, because if this fuse box is too high up, it's gonna hit the bumper, and therefore the bumper won't be able to sit correctly. So I have that zip tied just so I could dangle it down a little bit, AKA if that thing works, that's gonna stay just like that. If you guys know me already, So only other thing left to do is everything's pretty much all complete. Oil catch can, I'm gonna be relocating that. Oil catch can is actually gonna go in the back here. So that'll hide these little wires right here. And only other thing is everything will be able to run separately, and just like I did before, I might change that overflow tank as well and probably put it on this side, put it probably right here. And then other than that, everything else should be good. Like I said, I'm gonna have to probably dig in, not sure. I probably have somebody who wants to buy the 1J, and if he buys the 1J, then I got another plan, so stay tuned for that, guys. Other than that, it's just waiting and working game. And we still got the Z as well. So stay tuned for more, guys, and keep up with all the updates on my Instagram, if anything, and we'll see what else happens.